Oh, that's a nice hang chord on the end there. That is the Memorex version of our guests today. So pleased to welcome to the studio. Separately, they're Jack Ferguson, Lily Schroeder, Cassandra Rice, and Matt Noel. No kidding, that's his real name. All together, they are Seahorse Run from Waynesville, Ohio. Everyone, thanks for coming in here on this bitterly cold day.
Hey, thanks so much for having us. Really appreciate it.
You have a new EP out. Your name is Seahorse Run, and the EP is Seahorse Ran, and it's available at all the usual digital spigots. Great way to support some local music by going to iTunes or Amazon, Google, Spotify, Apple Music. But you guys pretty much blanketed the portals, right?
I think so. I hope so.
Well, I'm pleased to have you in here today. And just before we start, you're doing a somewhat pared down version for us today, and I want to thank you for that. I know it's not, your natural habitat, but you've warmed up to it, and the sound check was just magnificent. But just before we were getting ready to go on, you were telling me that where you rehearse is in the basement of a barn?
So it's actually... I'm Jack.
Hi, Jack.
I play guitar. It's actually my grandma's farmhouse, and her basement is the only place the drum set would fit. So this EP is actually not only a timeline of like us learning how to be a band, but also learning how to record and learning how to use equipment and stuff. It's all recorded ourselves, just on a laptop. And most of it's just with like one mic. So
really,
it's just about as indie as you can get, as I like to say.
Yeah, but you talked about steeped in like rural Ohio farm mulch. Awesome. That's just really a really wonderful way to go.
Steeped in something.
And if you if you go on YouTube and look at our music videos, you can see some of the scenery around there. That's where we filmed our music videos as well. So I urge everyone to check that out if they can.
They are Seahorse Run. The new EP is called Seahorse Ran, and I want to, well, if you would actually play this one, then I have a couple more questions for you. Again, thanks so much for being here. Seahorse Run on Excursions on WYSO.
Meant to be, I thought it last. I can't seem to get you back. Robbing me of these affairs. Your eyes, your hair, you're so unfair. You're so unfair. Getting settled just to change. Getting organized just to rearrange. Getting calloused, getting tough. Can't stick around, have to grow up. I have to grow up. I'm running from my memories. Would you come and run with me? I'll be gone should they catch up. If I stay, I can't grow up. I can't grow up. I can't grow up. In the sun, ice cold smoothies, having fun watching late night movies. Fool me once, now fool me twice. I don't care, I'll pay the price. I'll pay the price. I'm running from my memories. Would you come and run with me? I'll be gone should they catch up. If I stay, I can't grow up. I can't grow up.
Seahorse Run live on Excursions. New EP Seahorse Ran is available online. Search that up. You can find them on Facebook at Seahorse Run Music. And, of course, you can find them on Excursions right now. What a great line. If I stay, I can't grow up.
That's the genius of Jack Ferguson right here in the flesh.
It's good. I say that about my kids. They're 14 and 16 now. If I do my job right, they'll go away. And it's like, you know, it's like, I love that idea, but also it's like, wow, okay, I'll try to do my best. But you better call me on Sundays. Seahorse Run live in studio. First of all, Jack, I'm just like so impressed with you because you seem to be a young person, but you seem to really have yourself together. You're a gatherer. This is a rare opportunity for you guys to play because you met in high school, but you all went off to college. And your first note to me came way back in early September when you're like, "Hey, I think my band's going to be in town."
That is so true. And actually, the songs that we're playing and like the lyrics you just commented on, we tried to kind of capture that chaos that from going from, you know, just being kids in high school to, you know, the next stage of life. And it's just all this kind of mix of emotions and, you know, and I think.
Yeah, it's kind of where we were at, like as a band and as friends. Like we were all just a group of guys in high school that we were all just friends, and then we all were slowly starting to realize that we're all going in separate routes and separate places we won't know. We got to move on and grow up, but just that transition.
Yep. And I think that'll really come out in this next song as well, which
Our first song.
well, both. Well, yeah. This next song we're going to play was our first song we ever wrote. I think we wrote it senior year of high school. Wasn't
We wrote it, recorded it, and the music video in one day. We were just like wanting to have fun.
It was that kind of sums up this EP. So.
Well, you guys definitely cannot fall under the category of slackers. Seahorse Run, live on Excursions. Go ahead, do that tune. And check them out, Seahorse Run Music on Facebook, and just search that online, and you can find some goodness, or just peel your ears. They're live on Excursions.
You don't get home till late night. Don't bother with a new fight. Complain how life just ain't right. Slow down for you. You could go faster if you tried. No, I won't slow down for you. Oh, you will soon be left behind. Left behind. Left behind. And there's this pretty girl I know, and everyone around just seems to know. You crossed the line one last time. Does she mind that she's on my mind? On my mind. No, I won't slow down for you. You could go faster if you tried. No, I won't slow down. Soon be left behind.
Yeah, there's a thread that runs through yours. Are you all in different locations, not at the holidays? Are you all in completely different, no two of yous in the same city?
Yeah, I think we've got three in Ohio, and then I'm back in Tennessee.
Right on. You don't sound like you're from Tennessee.
Well, we're all from Ohio.
Okay, right on. Yeah, you sound like Buckeyes. I'll take it. Something I just wanted to point out, and I know she doesn't have a microphone, so she can't say, but your bass player is playing a fretless Fender Squier. I mean, that's just like kind of a, pardon my French, badass piece of equipment there. And to play fretless, it's just like such a bold and brave move. She's going to come over, yeah. Speak for yourself. That's Lily Schroeder on the bass. How do you come to play this instrument?
Well, a while ago when we were first starting out, I was looking around for bass equipment because I picked it up for marching band my sophomore year. So this is a fairly new instrument to me, and we found a fretless bass that was like worth $50. And I picked it up and tried it, and I just fell in love. And so I just recently got this one for Christmas, and it's a beauty. What
made you be drawn to fretless, though? Because it's such a... I mean, I don't know, because frets are like having a net under your high wire when you're walking your bass line, but fretless is just such a brave move.
I've always wanted to play like violin and upright bass, so I've always been attracted to ones that you could just feel the fretboard and you feel more connected to the instrument. And so I guess it's part of me wanting to play an upright bass.
But upright bass through an amplifier while sitting or standing. It works either way. Wonderful. Well, it's just great, and it sounds great. And
thank you.
Very cool. Congratulations on that. We've got one that we've got queued up here from the EP, and we'll play that, but I want to remind listeners that the EP, just out, it was released in the fall, is that right?
Yeah, I think so. That's right.
Yeah, and you can find it at iTunes, at Amazon, at Google, at Spotify, Apple Music. Just search Seahorse Run, and it'll come up. And a listener called and said, "Is it C-S-E-A or S-E-E?"
It's S-E-A, like the sea.
But it could be that you look like Sea Spot Run, but Seahorse Run. Yeah.
So it's actually here's an interesting quick story. That name comes from the farmhouse I was talking about where we practice and record. On the way there's this sign in someone's yard, and it says Seahorse Run. And it's not, we looked it up to make sure there wasn't any like branding issues, But, and we couldn't find a single thing. We were like, I don't know what that sign is. It's so mysterious. We were like, you know what? It's on our way to our practice space.
Basically, we just weren't creative enough to come up with a name, so we just used what we found on
So the
way.
universe was just driving it home to you every time, Seahorse Run, Seahorse Run.
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Well, what do you have for plans? I mean, next spring break, I guess you guys will have an opportunity to gather again.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just hanging out. We usually will go back down to the basement or something, figure something out.
I love it.
A lot of
We'll be in the basement.
A lot of good guys.
So are you continuing to write, Dear Jack Ferguson?
We actually, that is something we kind of do. We kind of write separately sometimes, and we'll come together, like when we're away from each other, and we'll come together and kind of compile them. But usually we find the best way to come up with songs is just on the spot. Like we're all together, and we just sit down with our instruments and come up with something. I don't know why, but it just seems like that seems to work the best. Because when we try to compile each other's songs, sometimes it becomes kind of a separated mess.
I love that he hasn't even said the word, and the other one's laughing like, "Don't say it, don't say it." Well,
it's good. Like we usually just have Jack play a line or continue to hold a line or something, and we just make him replay the same thing over and over again until the words make sense.
And that's
so it's like a mantra. Sometimes. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. Well, your mom's patting me on the back here. Oh, your mother would like me to ask about the drummer, who I think, Jack, is your brother.
That is my brother, and he was going to be here today, but an interesting fact, we're all in college in different places, and he's all over the U.S. He's a airline pilot. So
and couldn't get today off.
That's right. He took Christmas off, so I guess he had to choose, Actually, I don't even know if he'd get this day off anyway, but
it's got to be pretty big for all his travel going on.
It's crazy. His schedule is just crazy. But when he's in, he really tears it up on the drums. So.
Well, Brother Matt, we are thinking of you. So you're here in spirit, but yeah.
Brother Scott.
Is it Scott?
His name's Scott.
You're Matt. Yeah. So many names just up in the ether. Brother Scott. Right on. Well, severally, I'll say again, Jack Ferguson on guitar, Lily Schroeder on that fabulous fretless bass, Cassandra Rice singing backup vocals today and doing some percussion, and Matt Noel doing some vocals as well. But it's been a pleasure to have you. I've got Talking in My Sleep queued up here. Tell us a little bit about it, and we'll hear it.
Well, I think we wrote it, last summer? A few summers ago?
Christmas, I think.
Christmas. Oh, boy.
Hey, look at that. And
Yeah.
your name's Noel. It's just all this wonderful completions of circles.
It's a wonderful life.
It is, isn't it?
We just bought a new, was it interface box?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we slowly will buy, Jack will buy a piece of equipment and we'll just be like, yeah, man, woo.
You go.
Yeah.
You
So we
go,
had
Jack.
it was our first like multi-channel box. We were running everything through like one mic, one channel. And it was like, whoa, crazy. We can have like 2 mics on the drum heads. Oh, it's crazy.
Man, when I was a kid, we were all pining for 4 tracks, which were on cassettes. You remember those? Does anybody do anything on those anymore? No.
So
That's
sorry.
all gone. But I just remembered, boy, if I could have one of those, I could take over the world. But you guys are well on your way. Just fabulous sounding. I really appreciate your reaching out, Jack. And best to you on all your endeavors. Let me know when any new recordings are coming out or if you guys are gathering in the spring to play. I'll be happy to help you get that word out. Seahorse Run, spelled like the wonderful sea creature. Seahorse Run. You can find their music on iTunes, on Apple Music, Amazon, Google, Spotify, all of the spigots. You just put in Seahorse Run and that'll come up. Look for them on Facebook at Seahorse Run Music. And thanks.
Thanks so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
What a delight. And I think that, we've got a cold weather alert advisory in effect, and I didn't hear not a peep out of you. And when you came in, all your hands were so cold. Like, shake your hand. Oh,
Please.
welcome.
We actually went through the front door and it was locked. So we walked out.
Yeah, we close up half the shop on the holidays. Again, just absolutely my pleasure. This is Talking in My Sleep from the new EP, Seahorse Ran, from the band Seahorse Run. What a delight. Thanks again.
Thank you.